Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching today. Today's video is for Friday, June 9th, and today's topic is, do you see a clear and compelling future? Do you see the goal of life that you have, or at least where you think you want to go? Because life has lots of twists and turns, but do you see the future? Is it a week from now? Is 2 weeks from now? It's a month? Is it a year? Is it 5 years from now? It's a 10-year plan. Where is it? There a clear and clear future and a path to get there. So the great thing about life is there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint on, there's only so many jobs you can do. There's only so many people you can build relationships with. There's so many things that you can accomplish in life. And having a clear and precise vision of what you want will get you to where you want. Well, it's the most important thing to get where you want. It's kind of like building a house. You have to have a blueprint. If you just try to wing it without a blueprint, without a clear vision, a picture, so to say, either a mental picture, a description, a bullet points, a step-by-step process of what you want to do and where you want to get it, minimal, just a mindset of where you think you want to go. But the more vague it is, the more shotgun approach, the more it's not in order with step by step, or at least have a picture of it in your head, the further you'll get off track. So one of the statistics I read, and I firmly believe in it, is writing down and journaling and note taking. And because the more you write something down, the more you're going to remember it, the more you stay on track. Like I remember that in school, just when you're trying to memorize something, is writing it down and practicing it and writing it down and continue to write things down will help you memorize it. It will help you stay on track. Just like your goals and your dreams, always journal, write down what's working, what's not working, what's note taking when you're thinking of things. I note take all of the time because I have ideas, thoughts to remind myself, because I'm not going to try to remember everything, because then you forget everything. It's kind of like your goals could be like that telephone game. All right. Does anybody know the telephone game? Maybe I'm aging myself with that. Remember, they used to, I remember in school, they set us down. This is the telephone game. We get 20 kids in a row. The teacher would say to one of the kids at the end of the line or beginning, wherever you say it, and say something like some type of sentence. Now repeat it to the next person, repeat it to the next person, repeat it to the next person, and go down the line. And then by the end, the last person would say what they thought it was. And it's around what it was about, but the storyline could have been totally different. So the point I'm making that in that reference is, unless you write down, imagine that first person said verbally telling it, how fast does it go from, in that scenario, whispering something in someone's ear. And that was just like a sentence or two, not like a whole life plan. Just imagine in verbally or mentally in your head, you're coming up with a great life plan. Guess what? By tomorrow, you're not going to remember every situation. You might know the gist, like this is where I want to be, but step process. And then the next day, it's just going to get watered down. It's going to get off track. It's not the whole plan and the whole story and how to get somewhere and have a clear vision of your future is not going to be as easy as writing it down. Again, imagine in that scenario, you wrote it down and you handed the note to each person, or the vision statement, or the directions, or the thought process. Or imagine this, you wrote something down. Imagine like there's 20 kids in like that scenario, but there's 20 times you're going to review something. Maybe you start with a business plan, a vision, step-by-step process, and you write them down. And then the next time you are brainstorming and thinking about that, then you bring those notes out. Let's add to them, let's subtract to them, and let's look at it. And then the next time you have time to review it again, you have it written down and you're reviewing what you wrote. It could be once a week, could be once a day, could be once a year. But you're always reviewing and keeping on track with that clear vision of your future is and the steps that you need to take. But just like a goal, any goal, you have to have a precise, as much as possible, goal of what you want to reach. Is it money? Is it relationships? Is it health? What is it? What's the ultimate goal, and what's going to take you to get there? And back to like one of my examples I use all the time, health. If you have a health goal, you need steps and daily steps to get to those goals. What do you got to do? You got to check in on those goals. You got to weigh yourself, get, blood work, check on your cholesterol, check your blood pressure, maybe once a year, every other year, wherever your primary care doctor says have a physical. You got to check yourself to make sure you're okay, you're moving in the right direction. You can't just guesstimate if there's processes in getting there. So hopefully this gives you something to think about having a precision and focus future of where you want to be. And it can't be vague, like, I want to be happier. Well, everybody wants to be happy and happier and content, and everybody in their world that they love is taken care of and healthy and happy too. But you have to have, that could be the goal, but what's the blueprint to get there? And if you get there, great. What's the blueprint to keep it? What's the blueprint to keep that income, that financial freedom, that happiness, that health? What is the plan to keep it at the level you want to? But you have to be clear on the future and your vision and where you're going and how you're going to get there and stay on track. So hopefully that made some sense today. But remember, reach out to me, call, text, email me anytime. Happy to put you on my schedule and help you out with anything that you need. So have a great Friday and a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.